Hi friends and family, welcome back to another Fitness Friday video. Tonight I have a very fun and creative activity for you guys. All you're going to need is a foam square or a foam block. I will be having two of these because this will act as a pillow for me because unfortunately I don't have any pillows here. But you could choose to do these. They don't have to be pillows. If you do have these around your house, feel free to use them. It adds a bit more of a challenge. But you will need either one of these or some pillows. You're gonna need some painter's tape. And you're going to need another one to act as a dice. I just quickly made some shapes that I made on the ground as well. And yes, so we'll get started. I'll teach you guys how to do it first, and then I'll give a quick little example. So what you do is using your tape, make different shapes on the ground. I have a triangle, a square, I have a somewhat of a circle, and I have a little heart back here. So what you would do is taking turns or in a race kind of way, depending on if you would like to make it more challenging or more easy, you'd roll the dice. So if you were taking turns, one person would roll the dice. If they landed on the triangle, they'd have to put their pillow or their block in between their legs and waddle to your shape. And if you were doing it in a more race kind of way, whoever rolls it, so let's say it's the circle, again, just putting the pillow or the block anywhere in between your feet, wherever the designated starting spot is, you would start there and you'd have to put it in between your legs and you'd have to waddle all the way to the circle and see who can get there the fastest without dropping your pillow or your block. If you drop it, you'd have to go back to the designated starting spot, put it in between your legs again, and go again. And you can keep repeating that. So some benefits as well to this activity include some gross motor skills, and a tip or a little trick with that is, depending on where you put your pillow or your block, the easier or the more challenging it's going to be. So for our little young ones, I know their legs aren't as long as mine, but if you put it like high thigh area or even in between the knees, it's a lot easier to walk. And the further down you go, so just from that example, I'll be showing an example kind of like by my ankles. The further down you go, the more challenging it is to walk. So when you are walking, the further down you go, the more you really need to use your gross motor skills. And by that, I mean using all the muscles in your legs, especially from below your knee down to by your foot. You really need to use those muscles and your gross motor skills to keep this block or the pillow in between your legs. And you do that by pushing your legs together. And that, my friends, creates like friction or like a force almost. And when you do that, it's gonna make it really tight, and you'll feel it. It's really tight when you try and squeeze really hard. You'll feel it, it's very tight. And by doing that, it makes it harder for the block to move. So when you do that, you're using a lot of your gross motor skills, which is one of the main benefits of this activity, as along with, shape recognition. So again, the triangle, the heart, the square, the circle. You can also use different shapes as well. You can make a pentagon, an octagon, any really shape you'd want to create, a rectangle. You can use different animals as well. You can make a fish shape. Be creative. The more creative you are, the more of an experience your child is going to get out of it. As well as you can also use different colored tape. I believe the dollar store has different colors. So when you do that, you're also enhancing their color recognition. So the difference between green and blue or blue and pink, whatever the colors may be. So with that being said, I'll give a quick little example of our activity. So I will show one of each. So if you are doing it, I'm just going to start back here and I'm going to roll it, and it landed on the heart. So I'm going to put it in between here. I'm going to waddle all the way to the heart, and from here, depending on who is rolling, you can either stay on the heart, or if you are doing that race kind of aspect of this game, you pick it up, go back to your starting line, and roll it again. And if it lands on a blank one, you have two different options, depending if you do have blank ones. So like my dice, it does have a little blank spot. So I've made that part optional. You can either fill the dice, or if it's a blank spot, you can pick a random shape. So that is how our penguin waddle shape race is played. And I hope you guys really enjoy this activity and you have really fun learning different shapes or different colors or different patterns. Whatever you would like to do with this game, it's wide open for so many benefits and learning opportunities that may be new to some of your children or may just be a fresh little recap. Anyways, again, I hope you have fun with this activity, guys. Bye.